I work for FASTA, which is the Foundation for the Economics of Sustainability, and I brought my job to the village with me. I was very fortunate. I was able to move the office from Dublin. Yeah, Bruce and I were involved with a group called Dublin Co-housing for quite a few years, and Dublin Co-housing was in Dublin, and it was trying to set up a co-housing community, obviously, and we were friends with and running in parallel with the village for a few years. And so we thought of those as our country cousins, and we were the city cousins, and that we would hopefully have interactions. And unfortunately, the co-housing didn't work out. The project went up on the shelf. We wanted to have our own house, and we wanted to be involved in an interesting, dynamic, not an ordinary housing situation. And so after long thinking, we decided to join the village. It certainly is a challenge because we were living in the city centre in Dublin for 10 years, 11 years. And before that, we lived in the city in Toronto in Canada. Well, it depends on the business, because a lot of business now is internet based. If you could be anywhere, well then Jordan would be a good place, because there's a lot of inspiration around. There's now a telecommunication system being set up by Vine, so you won't be limited. Obviously rents are cheap if you need to rent. Banking collapse now, people look and say, oh, if we'd only done this, if we'd only done that. But the system that is in place, literally the global system that is in place, makes it almost impossible to do things differently. So FASTA looks at those systems and tries to find alternatives and to communicate what those possibilities are. And we've branched out. We're not only based in economics, though economics governs everything, but we look at climate change, food security, getting carbon out of the atmosphere into the soil, taxation, smart taxes. Land use is one of the pivotal primary activities in the village. So much of the village life centres around, obviously, the land, what we're building on the land, enjoying ourselves in the land, promoting biodiversity, education, agriculture, food production. All of these things are centred on the land, so land use is very key in that. I'd say most of the members of the farm have links with the eco-village. Right now it doesn't seem so important to a lot of people, but I think with the times that are coming, if you, for example, notice with the fires in Russia lately, the government is saying no more exporting of grain, and that's going to have a knock-on effect in Ireland. That's just a simple example. I saw the IFA president tell Irish farmers the other day to hold out for higher grain prices, don't just sell them. So we're going to see grain prices rise. I think those kinds of things will only escalate, and we will be very, very fortunate if we are in a position to provide for our own food security. An eco-village is an intentional community. Most communities are accidental. People come and live in an area for job or family reasons, and then they build their community once they get there. I see the village as a lifeboat, and the reason we came here was not to be more environmentally friendly, because I believe in Dublin we were probably living pretty much the most environmentally friendly life possible in an urban context. And so I would like to see the village develop that concept of being a lifeboat, and to then also spread that, so that we provide hope and help to other communities.